Yeah, I've had a terrible bonk.
Hi everyone, welcome back to the channel, and this is part one of the new bike build series. Before I stick a bottom bracket in this frame, which is going to be one of the first jobs of the build, why not check the tolerances? I don't expect to have problems with the bottom bracket misalignment or creaky bottom brackets, and I've never really had problems with press fit bottom brackets before. I guess half of that is actually luck in today's manufacturing of bicycle frames, and half of it is kind of frame choice, I guess. But I'm not telling you what this bike is. You can have a guess. All will be revealed at some point. But it's a new bike for me. Never tried it before. Yeah, I'm very interested to see the tolerances of the BB shell. Now, it is a press fit bottom bracket. Nominal size is 41. I expect it to be 40 to 20 microns under 41 for a nice interference fit. Not too tight. You know, I'm going to put a normal Shimano bottom bracket in here with plastic nylon cups. So a little bit of compressive stress is fine for that. But yeah, I expect it to be around 20 microns under. I haven't checked it yet, I'm not lying. I don't know what it is. So let's go ahead and find out. Right, now as you may know, measuring an internal bore with a set of Vernier calipers is not ideal. And why is that? Well, the caliper jaws themselves at the end have a thickness. And because you haven't got a perfect line contact between the jaw and the inside of the bore, that actually will constrict the diameter a little bit that you're reading. So the reading will actually be slightly smaller than true, but on fairly large diameters like this, it's pretty damn good. It's not going to be like 20 microns out. It will be in the single microns. And if you're measuring really small holes, then it's a problem, and you need to use some other kind of gauge. But on bigger boards like this, it's not so bad. So for consistency's sake, and this is what I've got lying around, I'm going to use just my normal calipers. So first of all, you need to get it in straight, get it across the diameter, and then kind of wiggle it to try and bring the jaws out so they're at their widest. That's about as far as I can get it to go. 40.98 across the middle. That's actually bang on what I expect it to be. That's pretty impressive. The difficult part is measuring the concentricity between both sides of the BB shell, because this BB shell, like most of others, is the tolerance part of the shell is actually split from the other side, and then they're kind of bonded in separately. So the concentricity or the alignment between the two halves can be quite tricky, and that's more difficult to measure, but we'll come on to that another time. At this point, I'm just checking the interference fit of the BB itself. Going across there, maximum I can get. So we've measured the non-drive side cup, as you've seen. It's pretty good, like around 20 microns under 41, under nominal, and it's pretty round. I measured it in only 2 points, but that's just a rough figure for now. So it's not completely ellipse, which is a good start. And just for reference, I've got a Shimano BB here. This is the road version, so it's 86.5 nominal across the width. And I want to actually check the diameter of the cup, so the OD of the press fit cup. I want to check that because I've always thought that's going to be like the datum part, you know, 41.00, and then I think the Shimano standard dictates, you know, a more of an interference fit for the frame. But let's actually measure this and see what it is. It could be different. It could have a clearance fit on it, so it could be less than 41, or it could be something else. So gauge zeroed. Put that over nice and square. So it's 30 microns over 41, which is surprising. I didn't think it would be bigger than 41, I have to say. Let's move it again. 41.05, so it's 50 microns. That's a lot. So they've designed an interference fit on this as well. 41.06, and I guess they've done that to account for a range of different fits on the BB side, on the frame side. 41.006 again, that's big. So we've got a big interference on the, it's not round either, 41.02. So we've got a big interference on that nominally anyway, and then further interference inside the shell. So I guess this is going to be quite hard to push in, which is fine. So depending on the outcome of this little test, was going to tell me whether I should grease this or not. I probably will put a little bit of smear of grease on that to push it in, because now I've noticed there's probably average 60 to 80 microns of interference between these two parts. So the good thing about that, it's probably not going to creak, it's probably not going to fall out and come loose, but it might be that it's quite tight, and I do hope that it's aligned with the other side. So I probably will grease this when it goes in. I'd always kind of check this before putting bottom brackets into bike. Like if it's on the looser side, if it's more of a loose interference, then I wouldn't probably grease it, because I don't want to decrease the friction so much. But I don't want to damage the frame pushing this in, and it does appear quite tight at around 80 microns interference diameter, so I probably will grease this. Well, that's all. I know it's a really geeky first video, but I didn't want to give the bike frame away. I bet you can probably guess what it is, because you're all geeks. So if you know what it is, put your guess down in the description, and wait for part 2. And I think we'll be putting a group set on it. I still haven't actually decided what group set to go for, whether I wait for the new Dura Ace, which is rumoured to be 12 speed. I don't know, but let's see. Cheers.